another car. This is a 77 L82 Vet. It's back with a 383 stroker, 5-speed transmission. Deer jumped out in front of the guy and kind of took out the headlight, so it's just kind of flappy. Paint's pretty decent. It does have its flaws. Anyway, this is another car for the channel. This is mine. I do got a soft spot for vets. I've always wanted a 69 through 77 or 78, maybe a 82. But real cool car, really fast. It's got the American racing wheels on it with the BFG Goodrich 255 60s 15s. It's got new exhaust up under it. Like I say, the car will rip. T-tops, of course, just the way I like it. Got the T-tops. They don't leak, is what he said. Let's see if I can get them undone. Even got a cool T-top bag. T-tops. Interior is black on black. Seats are in good shape. Got some wrinkle in the leather, a little wear, but they're not torn. It's got the retro style Corvette radio. All the gauges work. Got good oil pressure. It's missing screws for one of the center caps. When he brought it, it was just hanging by a screw. It's got the pouches there. Dash is in good shape. It's not cracked or door panels are in good shape, or door cards. Power windows work. I got all the AC stuff. We'll pop the hood. Turn the light out. 383 stroker motor. Sounds really good. You got late model alternator on it. Aluminum 4-core radiator, electric fans, Excel, high firing coil on the distributor. I can't tell. It looks like an Edelbrock carburetor up under there. I can't. Yeah, it looks like it. Car will scream. Sounds good. We'll crank it up in a minute. It's got the Edelbrock Performer air gap intake, new plug wires. All the wipers work. Like I say, the only thing about it is this light where you said a deer jumped out, and it's at nighttime. Hit it right here. You got the fiberglass a little bit too. So that's gonna have to be addressed. But let's fire this thing up. Make sure this is neutral. I don't want to take off and hit something like the Trans Am that's up there. Oh. I think the carburetor needs some adjusting. I think it kind of loads up a little bit. Brake light's stuck on. to that baby purr. Some way you can turn it. Well, one light works. I gotta figure out how you turn the lights actually on. Okay, there we go. Should be lights on there. Huh. Guess we have to check the fuse on that. Huh. No lights at all. There we go. I had to find the headlight switch. She's throaty though. All the dash lights work. Got good oil pressure. Volts. I think he said the clock doesn't work. Brake light stuck on. It's kind of late, or I would get it out and take it for a ride, but it's kind of dark outside. See if we got tail lights. Yep, got tail lights. I think the carburetor needs a little tuning on it. Maybe the timing. Oh yeah. Well, there you have it. The old 77 Vet. She sounds good. Like I said, it needs a little tinkering with the carburetor and maybe the timing. But he drove this thing from Missouri, probably 4 hours from Memphis, up in Missouri here. And we picked it up. So, like I say, pretty decent old car. Takes time to get used to that clutch, and it's T-top. So when it gets light outside with some daylight, we'll get it out and cruise it around and let her rip potato chip. Alright, so it's the next day. I'm going to attempt to adjust the timing on this thing. I think the timing is too high. I looked it up, and for a Chevy 383 motor, it should be around 34 to 36 at a 3,500 RPM. So I'm going to attempt to crank it up, let it warm up, and then adjust the timing on it, because the timing I think is just too high. It don't run hot or anything, but when you cut it off it diesels. So he told me that the timing probably need to be adjusted anyway, so we're gonna see what we can do to adjust it, and then try and take it out for a test spin, even though I've drove it, but you know, take it out with you guys. So what's going on? It is the next day with the Corvette. So what I'm going to do is try and adjust this timing. I think the timing is too high on it. I looked it up and they said that it should be set at least 35 to 36 degrees with the RPMs brought up to about 3,500. So I'm going to try and adjust it to stop it from dieseling when it cuts off, because it cuts off and click, 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 click. You know how the diesel sound. So it wants to keep running a little bit. The temperature is good, but it just tries to diesel. So I'm going to get it warmed up, put the timing light to it, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so it's the next day. I went out looking for a digital timing gun. I found this one on Amazon. Harbor Freight was out of digital guns, and O'Reilly's were pretty doggone expensive. So So I ended up getting this El Cheapo one here. I think it was like $62, which is not that cheap, but I'll just put it in the description about it, or you can just look up the name of it. Car alarm going off. Are they gonna cut it off? Thank you. Anyway, so it's got the digital settings. I guess you can set it at the RPM you want to set it at. And this is supposed to be at, I think, 3,000 to 3,500 RPMs. The timing, I can't remember. I have to look it up again. Well, the timing is supposed to be set for at 383. The weird thing about these Vets is the battery is up under this rear storage compartment behind the seat. So I'm having to hook it to the back of the alternator. It's got the digital readout. I'll have to figure out how to use it. I guess that's how you set your RPMs. So we'll get the manual out, see what it says. I already got the vacuum vents blocked off. So when you're doing timing on any car with a vacuum advance, if you have the vacuum advance hooked up, you want to disconnect it from the distributor and plug off the vacuum line. If you don't, it's going to throw your timing way off. That's in Spanish. For checking ignition timing on the automotive. So let me read through this right quick. I don't want to bore y'all, and we'll go with it together. So I was messing around with the timing. I think I got it as close as I can get it. But I noticed that they have this electric idler hooked up, and it comes on when the fans kick on. It'll kick on to idle the motor up. I don't know if they set it up so if you put AC on it, because he's got all the AC stuff in the back, this will work. So when you turn the AC on, the fans kick on, it'll idle it up. But right now, as soon as the fans kick on, it kicks the idle way up. So I'm gonna take it off of there for now. They got it wired in into the fan relay. This thing has got a temperature control fan set up. So I'm gonna take it off of there for now, because I noticed I idled it down, and then the idle kicked way up after the fans came on. If you watch it, you can hear it. Well, I guess because it ain't grounded. Ooh, time is way too low now. I have to come up with the timing some. Let me play with that again. So you're probably wondering why I got the spindle off this side and got the upper control arm loose. That's because I was sitting here looking at it, and this long bolt that goes through the control arm has backed out. You see this space right here? And what it is, that spacer, it's rubbing the fuel line. So that would have caused fuel line leakage. I think that's the return. It might be. You see that side over there, it's got a nut. Nut and washer. You can see that's how flush that bolt's supposed to be inside of that control arm and that bushing. So, and it's got a nut up here, a nut, and it's hard to see the nut, but you can see how far that bolt's supposed to be out. So I went ahead and just broke down this side here, and I'm gonna get that control arm off and try and find a nut and a washer to tighten that bushing back up, to get that washer off of that fuel line, because it's starting to kind of rub into it. Because as the suspension goes up and down, things move around. So but you can see it's way out. And I hope they didn't do that for a reason, because it's a radiator, but I doubt it. So I'm gonna get this off, get another bolt, little nut and washer on there, and button this up. Well, we got that bolt in there. It's actually a bolt on each end, a fine thread bolt with a washer. So both ends are secure, turns freely. So now we can get it back in the car and get the front end back together. So I went ahead and pulled the valve cover off. These are actually aluminum GM Performer heads. They're kind of like the Summit brand heads. That's the number right there. They call them fast burn heads for Chevy 350. It's the casting number. You can get them from Summit. But the aluminum heads, I don't think there's nothing really special about them. But I'm gonna crank this thing up and try and adjust the rockers here, or listen and see where the rattling sound is coming from, and maybe we can adjust them. It's got like some rocker ticking sound, so I'm gonna find something to put down to keep the oil from getting all on the headers, and we'll go from there. pumping good though. Oil needs to be changed fast. I don't know why, but with the valve covers on, you can hear it. I don't see anything loose. I don't know. Maybe it's just the echo of everything working down in there. I'm gonna burn these rags up. Maybe it's just the echo. I mean, I don't know. Everything seems to be all right. I mean, what you guys think? Leave a comment below. It sounds like when the valve cover's on it, like one of the rockers is loose. But like I said, everything's pumping. It might just need an oil change. That oil is super black. So give it an oil change. Get some VR1 oil and put in it. This is a flat tappet cam, and that has the zinc additive in it. Go from there. Maybe the oil is just so thin after it warms up, thins out. But everything seems to be, and you're going to have some side to side. That one's down. You only have side to side, but as long as you don't have up and down play, I don't know. We'll put it back together. I mean, it sounded like it was coming from this side. I didn't really pay attention to the other side, so we'll just clean it up. We had a rubber valve cover gasket. Clean it up, stick it back together, and change the oil in it. Like I said, it's got good oil pressure, so that's not a problem. Alright, so up under the car, changing the oil. It had a Wix brand oil filter on it. I don't think it's ever had an oil change since the motor's been put in it. We got the Valvoline VR1 just for classic cars, push rod and flat tappet cam engines. So if you're running an old school motor with flat tappet cam, you need to get some of this VR1 2050. It's got the zinc in it and everything. Or if you can't afford it, because this stuff is like $40-something for 5 quarts. If you can't afford it, you could get some good oil and just buy you some zinc additive and pour in it, because they do sell zinc additive. But I will say, just buy the good stuff if you can and get it over with. So I've already put the oil filter up under there. I filled it up. Got one of those micro guard thingies. I could have got a Wix. I wasn't thinking about it. The dude went and pulled it out, brought me the micro guard. I could have just went back with the Wix, but micro guard's pretty good. Just don't use a Fram or STP, I think. So anyway, I haven't drained. Hold on one second. Kind of hard. You want to jack these cars up correctly too, because they're fiberglass bodies, and you can damage some stuff. So I was gonna drain the oil pan, and I was looking And it does have a remanufactured motor because the tag is right there. It says remanufactured GM. So this is a remanufactured 350 block. It's got headers on it. Looks like long tube headers for a Vette. Looks like 2.5 inch pipe. It runs back. There's that Tremec transmission, that 5-speed Tremec. You can barely see it. So, we got one line about the stuff. So I'm gonna try. I mean, I don't know, a lot of people show draining oil. I don't know what's so cool about it, but if you get messy, you guys will be able to see it anyway, because so I didn't jack it up all the way, because then we can stick it off of the headers. I got the drain screw loose. This oil is real bad. I don't know if this is break-in oil or just been changed and they never changed it again. But you see that oil is black, super black. I don't know what kind of oil it is. Hopefully they put some zinc additive oil in it. So it's got a chrome oil pan. Ooh, makes it go faster. But anyway, I'm gonna let this drain. Now I got oil on my hand. I'm gonna let this drain, and we'll put that VR1 in it, crank it up, try and get it out for a cruise. And like I said, I checked everything else out last night. Seems to be working fine, so we'll go from there. So I'm just under the car looking around. It's got some thrush mufflers on it. Nice exhaust system going up there. It's even got the original spare holder that looks like, I don't know what kind of tire that is. Maybe that's the original tire. I wonder, does the key fit that? That'll be another problem. But yeah, it looks pretty good on here. I don't see any damage or rust anywhere. The floors look good. Rear end. Where's the gas tank at? Oh, the gas tank's here. So I guess you have to drop this subframe in the spare tire to get the gas tank out. Definitely something to put on the lift. But yeah, she's looking good. She's looking good up under there. Suspension wise, ain't no rust up under there. Floors look good. Cross member. Just checking it out, you know. All right. Real bright sunny day, good enough to get out a two-top Corvette and cruise around. It's got a lot of good power for a 383. I wish I knew what cam it had in it, but I guess whatever cam a 383 stroker comes with built. So still gotta get that headlight. I got a headlight ordered for it. It'll be in sometime next week, so I gotta get it in and get it painted. After the oil change, engine quieted down a lot. That oil was just really black and just ready to be changed out, so it had thinned it out a lot. So we'll drive around a little bit more and enjoy some of this good weather before it gets too hot today. Alright, she will squill the tires. I still gotta get used to that clutch. I think he said it's got one of those high performance clutches in it, and when you get ready to let out of it, you gotta kind of come up a little bit off of it. Probably quite a few ways off the ground. So it just takes time to get used to. I probably can adjust it. But yeah, the old Corvette runs good, sounds good, looks good. The paint can use some buffing, but that's something I can do in the future. But I kind of always wanted one of these. I know I'm more of a Ford man, but the Trans Am and the Corvette was like a couple of cars I wanted this year here, from like 69 to 82. So it's got its little bumps and bruises, but it does look decent. So you'll see more of this car on the channel. Like I said, when I get that headlight, we get that repaired, and we do a little buffing and cleaning up on it. So I don't know if we're going to change the wheels or not. I thought about putting the Corvette wheels back on it and take those American Racing wheels off, but I like the American Racing wheels, but I kind of like the factory Corvette wheels too. Leave a comment below what you guys like on these old C3s. What type of rims you like. You like the American Racing aftermarket wheels? You like Kragers? You like the factory wheels? What do y'all like? Or do you just, would you want me to change the wheels, or would you want me to just leave these on there? They're really wide tires. They're 60-inch tires, so they hug the ground real good in corners. So I'm gonna cruise around a little bit. It's starting to get hot, and y'all just keep looking out for the 77 Corvette 383 stroked out.